Hi, folks. Welcome to this semi-final draw for the 2025 LSGL Cup and Shields. My name's Dan. We've got Declan, Sinead, and Erin here from all of us from the LSGL committee to oversee the draw. The draw is going to be done online. A quick run through of proceedings. The quarterfinal lineups for the Cup and the Shield are already set in stone following the group stage draw, where final placings in groups determine who is playing who in the quarterfinals. They're all available online. You'll see the spreadsheet in a minute. Tonight, the quarterfinals are going to take place on the 11th and 12th of October. The semi-final draw is taking place tonight. And so some teams will be into the hat together as the winner of a certain quarterfinal. Some teams will have got a bye through to the semis. As we did with the group stage draw, the draw is going to take place online. We use a tool called the Wheel of Names. I'm going to share my screen now just so that we can all see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the Wheel of Names. It's an online tool you can all read about, perfectly random number generator. So we're going to go through in turn the under 11s, then under 12s, all the way through to under 15s. As you can see here, the quarterfinal lineups are already determined for the under 11s Cup and Shield. And so going into the draw for the Cup semi-finals will be these four balls effectively: Rock Celtic White, Berlin United Red as the two group winners. They got a bye to the semi-finals. This one is the winner of Walsh's Town versus Rock Celtic, so quarterfinal one, and this is the winner of quarterfinal two. So those four teams are listed here. They're all assigned a place on this wheel. And as soon as we get the draw underway, we'll shuffle these up, we spin the wheel, and the first team out will be drawn as the home team in the first semi-final. Then the away team second, and so on and so forth. Home team is semi-final one, home team is semi-final two. We draws to take place for the under 11s Cup, under 12s Cup and Shield, under 13s Cup and Shield, under 14s Cup and Shield, and the under 15s Shield. We also need to draw the semi-final placings, don't we? They need to go over here for home dressing room allocation. So we should do that while we're on here as well. Okay, so Sinead, Declan, Erin, anything else that we need to cover before we crack on?
No, you're good to go, Dan.
Yeah, you've got it all there, Dan.
Okay, right. So we're going to start off with the under 11s Shield, under 11s Cup. So say all those four teams there: Rock Celtic, White, Berlin Red. We shuffle these up and we'll hit. So the home team in semi-final one, under 11s Cup, is Berlin United Red. So home in semi-final one. They will play Rock Celtic White, two group winners playing each other in the first semi-final. So that leaves Castletown and Glenmuir, the winners of that, versus the winner of Walsh's Town and Rock Red. This is for home advantage in the second semi-final. Home advantage will be Castletown Bells or Glenmuir, the winner of quarter-final two, which means that they will play, only team left, Walsh's Town, the winner of Walsh's Town versus Rock Red. Okay, so that concludes the semi-final draw for that competition. We also have, for each of them, as the finals are taking place at Oriel Park later in the month, sorry, late November, we're going to do a draw just for the home team in the dressing rooms. And so this will be the winner of semi-final one or semi-final two. So the winner of semi-final one will be the home team in the final. Okay, so that's there. Winner semi-final one. We'll play winner semi-final two. We'll do the same draw for the under 11s Shield. We already have the two semi-final lineups for that draw because There are only 5 teams in those groups, and so the 2 teams that finished in fourth and fifth are playing each other in the semi-finals. And now we have just the draw here for semi-final 1 and semi-final 2. Again, semi-final 1 will be in the home dressing room. Semi-final 2 in the away dressing room. Okay, so that concludes the under 11s Cup and Shield draw. Moving on to under 12s now. Again, quarterfinals taking place 11th and 12th of October. We've got Rock Celtic versus Walshamstown, Glenmuir versus Albion Rovers in the Cup. In the Shield, we have one quarterfinal. Castletown Bells are playing Blaney Academy Blue. 3 other teams got a bye to the semi-finals. And so there's just one quarterfinal at that age group. We'll do the Cup first, though. So 4 sets of teams to put in here. So the home team in semi-final 1 will be Glen Magic. Okay, they will face that'll be the winner of Glenmuir and Albion Rovers. So Berlurgan and the winner of Rock and Walshamstown to come for home advantage in the second semi. Okay, home advantage for Berlurgan United. Which means they will be at home to Rock Celtic or Walshamstown. Again, we'll put the 2 semi-finals in here. For home advantage in the final. Once again, it's semi-final 1. I'll keep them as they are. Okay, so onto the Shield. 1 quarter-final. We've got Castletown Bells versus Blaney Academy Blue. So they're in as 1 ball, along with Blaney Academy Yellow, Key Celtic, and Balrath into the Shield semi-final draw. So there's our 4 teams. Home in semi-final 1 of the under 12 Shield is Blaney Academy Yellow. And they will be at home against either Castletown Bells or Blaney Academy Blue. You can't see your face, Declan, but
No Blaney Academy final there. All Blaney Academy final, should I say. At least we've got 1 team in it, guaranteed.
okay, remove them. So the second semi-final will be between Balrath and Key Celtic. This is just for home advantage. So under 12 Shield semi-final 2 will be Balrath at home to Key Celtic. Again, we'll do the semi-final winners in here for the home advantage in the dressing room in the final. Semi-final 2 is at home in that one. At home to winner of semi-final 1. Okay, so that concludes the under 12s section. Cup and Shield, quarter-final and semi-final lineups complete there. So now we'll move swiftly on to under 13s. 2 quarter-finals to take place in the Cup. Albion versus Rock, and Balrath versus Castan Bells. And one in the Shield, RD versus Termofekin. Key and Belergen received byes to the semis in the Cup, and Eastmeath United, Glen Magic, and Key Olympic received byes to the semis in the Shield. So we'll do the Cup first. Home in the first semi-final.
Oh,
Just tips over to Key. Key Celtic at home. They will be at home against Albion Rovers or Rock Celtic. Semi-final 2 will be home team, Bergen United. And they will play the winners of the quarterfinal between Balrath and Castletown Bells. Okay, so semi-final winners into the hat for the final for this competition. The semi-final 1 in the home dressing room. So that's as we are. So that concludes the cup draw. So now we're on to the Shield. 4 teams into the draw: EMU, Glen Magic, Key Olympic, and the winner of RD versus Termofekin quarterfinal. At home in the first quarterfinal, so first semi-final. The winner of RD and Termofekin. And they will be at home to Glen Magic. So it's EMU and Key in the other semi-final, but who will be at home? Key Olympic will be at home to EMU in semi-final 2. So now again, we've got the 2 semi-final winners to determine who's in the home dressing room in the finals. Semi-final 1 again. That's 4 out of 5, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
So that's as we are. Semi-final 1 at home to semi-final 2. So that concludes the under-13 section. Not long to go now. Under-14s and the 15 Shield to come, plus the finals. So on to 14s. Now we've got Key and Termofekin top their groups. They've got byes to the semi-finals of the Cup. Into the hat also go the winner of the Blaney and Albion quarterfinal and the winner of Castan Bells versus Rock quarterfinal. 4 quarterfinals taking place in the Shield. So we had 2 groups of 7. And so those quarterfinals determined by group standings as per the original draw. And so the 4 quarterfinals are going into the hat, the winners of those 4 ties here. So we'll crack on with the Cup first of all. So at home in quarterfinal, semi-final 1. That'll be Key Celtic. And they will play
oh,
other group winners, Termofekin Celtic. And so it's the winners of Castletown versus Rock versus the winners of Blaney versus Albion in semi-final two. So for home advantage. Okay, the winner of Castletown Bells versus Rock Celtic will be at home to the winners of Blaney Academy versus Albion Rovers. That's the under 14 cup lineup. Now we're on to the Shield. 4 quarter-final winners to go in here. So these are all. Oh,
Thing, Dan.
sorry. No, yeah. Final draw. Declan,
Yeah.
you're right. Thank you. Good point. Back here, we'll go semi-final one, semi-final two. So for home advantage in the dressing room, semi-final two will be the home team in the dressing room. So we'll swap those two around. Okay, now onto the Shield. Not long to go now. 4 quarterfinals to go in here. So Berlurgan, the winners of Berlurgan versus Walshamstown, the winners of Belrath versus EMU, the winners of Square versus Glenmuir, and the winners of Laytown Red versus Laytown White. And all Laytown quarterfinal. So at home in semi-final one of the under 14 Shield is the winners of Berlurgan United and Walshamstown. They will play the winners of the Laytown United quarterfinal. So Laytown Red play Laytown White. That's
And Below
semi-final.
Rochestown is at home, yeah?
Berlurgan Walshamstown are at home, yeah. Laytown Red or Laytown White will be away.
Okay.
And the second semi-final will be between the winners of Square and Glenmuir and the winners of Balrath versus EMU. And it'll be Balrath or EMU at home. And they'll be at home to Square United or Glenmuir United. So again, finally for home advantage in the final. Semi-final one in the home dressing room. And semi-final two in the away. That's as it is. Okay, so 15's nearly there now. We've got one semi-final. We've got a draw for home advantage was agreed before the competition began. So we put Drumel and Key Celtic in, finished second and third in the final standings respectively. But we're going to draw for home advantage in the semi-final. The winner of this semi-final will go through to play Albion Rovers in the under 15s cup final. Got to be quick. We've got 10 minutes. Okay, so Drumin will be at home to Key Celtic in the first semi-final. Well, the only semi-final. And then we'll do the final draw here for home advantage. So it's either Albion Rovers or the winner of that semi-final we've just drawn. So at home will be Drumin versus Key. And then Albion home in the final. So the knockout shield will be between Termafeckin Celtic and Rock Celtic. So we're going to put those two teams into the hat for home advantage. So Termafeckin will be at home in the home dressing room. Those ties to take place at Oriel Park. The venue for the under 16s finals is yet to be fixed, but we should probably put these into the hat just in case there is a home advantage to be had in the dressing room because we don't know. Those venues are yet to be set. So we'll do the same for these two teams. as we have for all of the others. So the under 16s cup final will be between Albion Rovers and Berlin. This is not for home advantage, but well, venue's yet to be confirmed. But if there is a neutral venue and the one dressing room is bigger than the other, the home dressing room will go to the following. Okay, Albion Rovers will be the home team officially in the under 16s cup final, and then Balrath and Castan Bells will contest the Shield final. The official home team for this final will be Balrath. Okay, so that's as it is. So there we are. All of these results will be available in this draw document, which it's already shared online, but we'll share it again on the LSGL website, available via the news article. So if you want to come in and have a look at that, all of these draws will be up available for everyone to view. There's one page for each of the age groups. Quarterfinals will take place on the weekend of the 11th and 12th of October, and the semi-finals are due to take place either the following weekend, the 18th and 19th of October, or the weekend of the 1st and 2nd of November. Stop sharing my screen. That concludes the draw. Nice to see your faces again, guys.
Well done, Dan.
Everything all right?
Good job,
Happy with
Dan.
that?
Well done.
Thanks a million, everybody.
Yep.
Cheers for tuning in, and best of luck to all the teams in the quarterfinals and semi-finals to come.
Excellent.
Thanks.
I shall